1. Origins and Hahnemann's discovery. The roots of homeopathy can be traced back to the late 18th century when Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, 1755-1843, a German physician and chemist, grew disillusioned with the harsh medical practices of his time, such as bloodletting, purging, and the use of toxic chemicals like mercury. While translating William Cullen's Materia Medica in 1790, Hahnemann observed that cinchona bark used to treat malaria caused symptoms similar to malaria when consumed by healthy individuals. Intrigued by this phenomenon, Hahnemann tested cinchona on himself and documented the symptoms. This marked the birth of the principle of similia similibus curentur, or like cures like, the idea that a substance causing symptoms in a healthy person could treat similar symptoms in a diseased individual. This revelation led Hahnemann to establish homeopathy as a distinct system of medicine. Hahnemann began conducting provings, experiments where he administered small doses of natural substances to healthy individuals to observe the symptoms they produced. He meticulously recorded his findings and gradually built a system of medicine based on matching a patient's symptoms with the symptoms caused by specific remedies in healthy individuals. 2. Development of principles. Hahnemann's revolutionary ideas were detailed in his seminal work, Organon of the Healing Art. First published in 1810, this text laid down the philosophical and practical foundations of homeopathy. Among its core principles were the law of similars, the concept that like cures like, where a substance causing symptoms in a healthy person can cure those same symptoms in a sick person. Minimum dose. Remedies are prepared through a process of potentization, involving serial dilution and succussion, vigorous shaking. This was based on the belief that higher dilutions enhance the healing properties of a substance while minimizing toxicity. Individualized treatment, homeopathy. Emphasized tailoring treatments to the unique symptoms and constitution of each patient, considering physical, mental, and emotional factors. Holistic approach. Hahnemann stressed the need to view the patient as a whole, treating the root cause of illness rather than merely suppressing symptoms. These principles distinguished homeopathy from conventional medicine, which focused on directly countering disease symptoms. Allopathy. 3. Spread of homeopathy. Homeopathy began to gain traction in the early 19th century, as patients and physicians alike sought gentler alternatives to the often harmful practices of mainstream medicine. Hahnemann established the first homeopathic medical school in Leipzig, Germany in 1829, where he trained a new generation of practitioners. By the 1830s, homeopathy spread across Europe, with notable followers in France, Italy, and the United Kingdom. In the mid-19th century, homeopathy made its way to North America, where it quickly became popular, especially during epidemics of cholera, typhus, and yellow fever. Homeopathic hospitals reportedly had lower mortality rates compared to conventional medical facilities. In 1844, the American Institute of Homeopathy, AIH, was founded, making it the first national medical society in the United States. Homeopathy found fertile ground in India during British colonial rule. Arriving in 1810, its popularity grew due to its effectiveness in treating tropical diseases and its affordability. The Indian government later integrated homeopathy into its healthcare system, establishing colleges, research centers, and regulatory bodies like the Central Council of Homeopathy, CCH. 4. Challenges and criticism. As the 19th century progressed, homeopathy faced increasing criticism from conventional medicine. Scientists and physicians questioned the efficacy of remedies, particularly those diluted beyond Avogadro's number, where no molecules of the original substance remained. Critics argued that homeopathy lacked a scientific basis, dismissing it as pseudoscience or placebo. Despite these challenges, homeopathy continued to thrive due to its patient-centered approach and reported successes in clinical practice. By the early 20th century, the rise of modern medicine, advances in pharmacology, and the establishment of stricter medical regulations led to a decline in homeopathy in many Western countries. However, it remained popular in regions like India, Brazil, and parts of Europe, where it was integrated into national healthcare systems. 5. Homeopathy in modern times. In the 21st century, homeopathy continues to be a widely practiced form of complementary medicine. India is now the global leader in homeopathy, with over 200,000 registered practitioners and more than 200 homeopathic colleges. Countries like Brazil, Mexico, and South Africa also have a strong tradition of homeopathic practice. In Western countries, homeopathy is often classified as alternative medicine and faces ongoing skepticism. Critics highlight the lack of robust scientific evidence from randomized controlled trials to support homeopathic claims. Despite this, millions of patients worldwide turn to homeopathy for its holistic and individualized approach to healthcare.